All right,
Okay.
we're back. We actually had a couple good topics. We're just
Well, we're
shooting the
drinking
breeze
seltzer
about.
right now, and I was
Right.
like, I
Right.
love seltzer.
And I said I didn't like seltzer, and Louisa really broke
I kinda
ground.
nailed it.
Kind of broke ground here on. It's all about perspective. Yeah. go
Tommy's
ahead.
like, I love soda so much, and I was like, well, you're gonna be disappointed if you go into it being like, yo, I love soda. Let me drink this. You're gonna be disappointed. You have to go into it thinking like this is really good water, not this is bad soda.
Right. It's all about perspective. That was really a brilliant nugget of wisdom.
Yeah, that you guys kind of missed.
And then I was talking about instruments. I didn't know. So well, I know you have a great voice for whoever
I
doesn't
mean,
know. And you play
stop,
guitar
I'm
and piano
shy.
too.
Yeah. I grew up playing instruments.
I
And
play
then
guitar and piano too. I can't read music though. So
I
like,
can read music.
It's like I just will watch. I'll go on YouTube and just watch where people put their hands
Yeah.
and kind of just memorize
Okay.
it. So I can just play songs, but I can't
Yeah,
like read
that's
music.
one way to. I mean, whatever works. but-
Whatever. They don't ask how.
But also, like, sight reading is another thing I had to learn growing up, like how to look at music and like sing it,
Oh,
the notes
interesting.
based on just looking at it.
I didn't know they did that for
it's a
voices.
whole another level of musical literacy, like being like able to sight read.
Interesting. I didn't know they
is-
did that for voices. So it's like how you play an instrument, but
yeah,
for voices.
but with your voice. So the only thing you have to use though, instead of being like that's a D and the D is here, you have to like. Well, I mean, some people have perfect pitch, so they can like know where they are, but you get a starting note, and you're like, oh, can go from there.
Interesting.
Yeah, but anyways, how's it
Yeah.
going?
I'm all right. I got a new haircut today,
Nice.
or a haircut.
Yeah,
They're all new.
They're all new.
They're all
I
new.
guess. Yeah, I need a haircut.
But there's really nothing like when I walk out of a barbershop after a new haircut, I literally think everyone in the street wants to have sex with me.
Like
the
everyone's
confidence.
looking at you. Yeah.
Well,
What
not
about
just
a
looking at
bad
me, like
haircut,
the
though?
confidence.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel so crisp every haircut. I walk out,
Yeah.
I'm like, you want to fuck me? You want to fuck
I
me?
feel like most people say the opposite. Like they're
Oh.
always feeling like I feel like guys especially are like every time I get a haircut, it just fucks my life up.
Well, sometimes it does take a couple days to get where you want it, but I think
Yeah.
just the general crisp feeling,
Yeah.
like I feel so clean and
I guess that's
crisp.
true. When I get my hair like done, like when I get my hair like dyed, like blonded, and they like do it, they cut it, and then they like blow dry it. It's kind of the similar.
Gives you so
feeling.
much confidence.
Yeah, but it's almost. I feel like I'm like, oh my god, stop! Like everyone's looking at me. This is ridiculous. Because when do I ever do my hair? Like,
Right.
You know. So I almost feel like I look ridiculous.
Right. Mine's
yeah.
mine's literally like I feel like I'm in a movie with like music playing in the
He's, like,
background. I'm like walking down the street, like
whipping.
winking at people, like flipping people,
Yeah.
flipping kids a nickel.
Yeah.
You know, like
Just
and like women are fainting.
Yeah,
like, I
passing
feel
away.
like
There's
I'm,
ambulance. Like
yeah,
Yeah.
and because I have music playing in my headphones, so I like feel like
that's
I'm in
a great
movie.
feeling.
Anyways, yes, that's how I felt all
That's
day.
a good that's a good lift. Yeah,
yeah,
I
was
didn't
just
feel like that
everyone
today.
wants to bang me. Okay.
I didn't feel like that at all today. I had a pretty. I turned 30
Yep.
and
happy
ended
birthday.
up in the hospital.
Oh yeah, we gotta
we
unpack
gotta
that.
catch up.
However much you want to unpack.
No, so I don't even know. Like, there's not. So basically, I turned 30. It was great. I was like a little bit sick last week, which we just talked about before we started recording. I was sick, celebrating my birthday anyways because I was like, I have friends visiting. I gotta like celebrate my birthday. And then the next week, I was like, there was like weird pain in my rib, my like left rib, and my friend who's a doctor was like, oh, it's probably. Which, by the way, we're at the age now where like doctors are our age. Like, we
Right.
know people who are doctors. And, like, that is such a weird... You go to the doctor, and it's not, like, an old guy anymore. It's, like, a guy who's your age.
Right.
And you're
it's,
like...
it's a peer.
It's a peer. I've had twice recently where I've gone to a doctor and been like, wait, is this doctor, like, kind of hot?
Yeah.
Like, this is, like, weird. They're like, oh, show me, like, your ribs. And I'm like, wait, me? I'm like, wait, seriously? Like, are you flirting with me?
Yeah, that's good.
But anyways, my friend who's a doctor said it's probably like a muscular thing. So just like take Advil and whatever. And I was like, okay, did that.
Kind of a cop out response.
The next
but yeah,
day,
go ahead.
like, okay, I'm a doctor too, I guess.
Yeah.
The next day I couldn't breathe. I like go to my acting class anyways, give a monologue with full chest pain, not able to breathe. I go home, get in bed to go to sleep, and I was like, yeah, can't breathe. Go to the emergency room, which I would never do. Like,
Right, it
I
takes a lot.
don't even go to the doctor. Like, for me to go to the emergency room, it's like not,
Right.
it's like not a joke.
Because I feel like we brought. Sorry to interrupt, but
No,
I
you're
feel like
good.
because we grew up in like we're of the generation. I feel like more boys, I guess, more guys, I guess. But let's like be tough. Like you're
Rub some
fine.
dirt in it,
Yeah, it's
like-
like you're fine. Like and also it's like an embarrassment thing where it's like you don't want to draw attention to your like.
Yeah.
I don't want to dramatize anything. It's like if I'm
No.
at a restaurant and like a waiter like brings me a wrong
Dude.
plate, I'm like, no, it's fine. Like, don't
That's-
just stop looking at me.
That's
Like
also a people pleaser thing. Do you feel
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're a people pleaser?
Yeah, I mean, we're comedians. Of
Okay,
course we
one
are.
time I got,
Yeah.
that's so true. Do you think it's a comedian thing?
Absolutely. That we're standing
right.
on stage trying to make people laugh.
One time, yeah, we like desperately need the validation.
It should
One
be
time,
called people pleasing.
People pleasing. Yeah. One time I was, I'm a vegetarian, right? One time I went to a wedding and I'm such a, okay, I'm vegetarian and I went to a wedding, and you know how you give your meal beforehand? You say, I want
Yep.
the vegetarian meal. They put down a steak in front of me, and I just like ate it. I was
Right.
like, all right. Like I ate a steak. Like I don't eat meat.
Right.
Let alone steak. And I just was like, haha, like happy wedding. Like
Yeah.
who does that kind of thing?
It's just anything to like
It's
not
so
draw the
psychotic.
attention to yourself and like just like people. It's like, yeah, whatever, it's fine. Like a
All-
waiter could come up and be like, here's the I could order like a chicken sandwich. He'd be like, here's the lobster bisque.
Yeah, he could be like, I'm gonna shoot you in the head right now, and I would be like,
Yeah.
thank you.
I'd be like, that is what I ordered. Actually,
I would be
That's
like,
what
and
I
I'll
ordered.
tip you. Do you take tip for? Do you take cash tips? Like,
Can I-
what do you?
Can
you
I
know?
tip you before I die?
Yeah, I'll tip you right now. Like, whatever, sign my life away.
Donate
but I
to
just,
donate to children's. Yeah,
yeah, like
Okay.
I'm not someone who's gonna like go to the ER.
right.
All my tests came back normal. They did an X-ray, they did an EKG, they did a bunch of blood tests. Everything was normal, and they were like, "We don't know what it is. Maybe it's
crazy.
shingles." They said maybe it's shingles. I was like, "Shingles is a rash. I didn't have a rash." He's like,
Yeah.
"I don't know. Sometimes people get chest pain before they get shingles," and I was like, "Okay, like." So I just went home.
Those could be not related.
They could be completely not related. So I just went home. And my sister was like, basically, when you turn 30, your body just stops working. And they diagnosed me. My sister was like, it's probably GERD, which is like
I've had bad GERD.
gastroesophageal. You have
Yeah.
had GERD
Yeah.
too? Dude, I
'Cause
swear
I've
to God.
been- yeah,
Everyone
go
who's
ahead.
over 30 knows what GERD is.
Because I've had bad
Dirty
stomach
30s.
problems in the Gertie.
Yeah, 30, GERDy, and thriving.
Happy Gertieth. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Happy GERDieth. It's my GERDieth birthday. So my sister, she's like, you got to take this and this. You got to take like Prilosec and fucking whatever. So I start taking all these things, and it's slowly going away. It still hurts to breathe a little bit. But yeah, it turns out I just,
So you still don't know.
no.
Well, I thought GERD, from what I've experienced, GERD is like, it's a lot of like heartburn. I don't know. Does it affect your like lungs
I don't
also?
think it was GERD. I don't think
I
it
think
was
GERD's
GERD.
like regurgitate, like acid reflux.
Yeah, it's like, it's esophageal. So it's like
Yeah.
something about like this,
Yeah, I
which
have
is
a
not
bad
what
soph.
I had.
I have a
You've
bad
got,
soph.
you've got a faulty soft.
Faulty.
A faulty Gus. Yeah. So I don't know.
I
I
got a
was.
limp Gus. Yeah.
I had a bad spell, bad couple weeks.
That's crazy. That's very. Yeah, that's very scary.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what popped up when you Googled pulmonary embolism. And then you're probably like, the
I was
best
like-
is when you're like, because I've had a ton of health problems. And it's like, you're always Googling, and then you always like Google something because you can tailor the results however you want.
Totally.
So you'll Google like pulmonary embolism, not that bad.
Yeah. I'll dig until I find the answer I
Right,
want.
right.
One like you have a joke about
Yeah,
this.
the
that
new
is
joke-
So,
yeah, yeah.
so funny. It's
Yeah.
like one fucking guy will be like, "Oh no, like pulmonary embolism is fake."
It's good. And you'll be like, all right, good. I'm good.
Cool. Yeah, cool. One guy on like Yahoo Asks
Yeah.
or whatever.
So in my joke, I used to say Yahoo Answers, but I
Yahoo
found
Answers.
out that Yahoo Answers got shut down like a year ago.
Really?
So I changed
used
it
to
to
like
Quora just to make it like,
okay.
which actually has been hitting well too. That
I used
the
to
word Quora is-
peruse Yahoo
I
Answers.
love Yahoo Answers.
Just for fun.
It also like I trust that more than anything. Honestly, those are firsthand experiences.
Truly, they're real people.
I don't need some nerd explaining like statistics to me.
Yeah, that's
you know?
what's it called? Those are primary sources. That's
yes,
not like
that's what it is.
those are real life
They're not secondary.
thing. They're not secondary sources. So yeah, so I was sick, and that's why we need to talk about Nate Bargatze on SNL first of all.
Amazing.
But his joke about Afrin addiction. Do you know what Afrin is?
So no, and I think we texted briefly about
We
it, but I'm
did.
gonna need you to unpack it because I couldn't tell if you were serious about
No,
being
I'm
addicted
dead
to it.
ass. I think I'm addicted to Afrin.
Okay, wait. So first of all, I thought it was just like I didn't even know that was a thing. First, I didn't know Afrin. I didn't know what
it's
Afrin.
the
No, not
best-
even addicted to it. I didn't know what Afrin was.
It's the
Then
best
I
thing
heard
ever
his
invented.
dad was addicted to it. I thought he was joking.
No,
Then I was like, how could you be addicted to nose spray? So I need you to unpack all this for me.
I've been addicted to it before. I go in life, I go through like every time I get sick, I like develop an Afrin addiction, and then I have to like wean off of it. So
What's the high?
Afrin, it's not like you don't get like a high from it. Your body, This is at least, by the way, I have no fucking idea what I'm talking about. This
Right.
is just like my experience of feeling like
Asterisk.
I've been addicted
Yeah.
to it. Yeah, footnote, don't know what I'm talking about. Whenever I get sick though, so Afrin, it's like, you know when you're sick and your nose is so blocked up, you can only breathe through your mouth.
Yeah.
And then you're sleeping and your mouth gets really dry and you're like, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
You just shoot a little Afrin up there and it literally clears everything.
So it doesn't mean you feel any. But what
don't feel
if
anything.
but what if your nose and your congestion's fine? Then what do you?
So that I don't know. What I mean when I say I'm addicted is I'll start using it when I'm sick, and then my nose can no longer be normal unless I use it.
Oh, okay.
So like I will.
So it's actually like an addicting. Like it changes your nose.
I mean addicting in the sense of like my body starts to not be able to function
Right.
correctly and properly unless I shoot
That-
some Afrin.
that's addiction.
That's addiction, right? It's not
Yeah.
like I'm addicted to like the fucking feeling of Afrin. It's like my nose, I can't breathe.
Yeah, it's
If
like
I
when
don't use it.
alcoholics say they can't feel normal until they
Yeah.
drink.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've never gone.
So funny.
He said his dad went 45
45
years.
years.
I.
So you're fine then. You're swimming in time.
I'm
You got
good.
plenty of time.
I'm good.
That's how I judge everything too. It's like whenever I want to do something bad, it's like I just think of other people who are alive. You know, if I'm like on a Sunday hungover, I'm like walking by McDonald's or something, I'm like, you know what? Like there are people who are like homeless, addicted to heroin. I can have some McDonald's.
I can have McDonald's.
Once.
No, that's.
There are people who are 600 pounds. I can have McDonald's.
It's such a dangerous way.
I know,
to
it's a terrible way to live.
It really is.
But then you get to eat the McDonald's.
And then you're happy, honestly.
McDonald's is so fucking good. It's like it's the only fast food. Like a lot of it, sometimes you eat it and then you feel crappy after. McDonald's is the only one where it's worth it. Like I'm done. I'm like, that was so
it was
worth
so
it.
good.
Amazing.
I had Taco Bell over the weekend, and I think Taco Bell is just so fucking good. I don't eat meat anymore though, so I don't. I just
But I
had.
don't know if it's even meat that they.
It's not. It's for sure not. But like, I just got like beans, and there is nothing better than being wasted eating fast food.
It's like you get that moment where you're like your eyes are shut and you're just like, oh,
Like I can't believe I
Yeah,
am
it's-
lucky enough to end up in this life where I am drunk eating fast food.
it's you know that moment where you're just eating and you're just like, oh,
You're like,
like my eyes shut. I'm just like I can't even
Yeah.
believe it.
I can't even believe how lucky
And you're
are
shoving
we.
it,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Like it's insane that some people don't like love food.
I know. Don't get me started.
Like, doesn't your mom kind of just eat to survive?
Yeah, both my parents actually are very. My mom's like a really healthy eater. My dad just like won't eat much. He'll like have half a cold cut sandwich for lunch or like an apple for lunch.
eat-
He eats to like get him to not full, and then he'll like wait till he gets hungry again, then eat a tiny bit more. And then my mom just eats like really healthy. So both of them are
No.
complete opposite of me and my siblings. We're all pigs.
I eat till I'm gonna throw up, and then when I might not throw up, I eat again. so it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
we're using the same methods, but our threshold is different. Your dad's
Right.
like, I'm gonna eat till I'm full, and then
Right.
What was
no,
it that you
because I
said? You
get
said-
full, but no, not full, but not hungry.
Not hungry.
So he eats till he's not hungry.
And then once
I
he
eat
gets
till
hungry,
I
then
eat
he
till my
eats.
face is purple.
I eat till I'm in the hospital, and then once I maybe won't throw up, I start eating again. Like it's just we're on different
Right.
sort of like levels.
I've been trying to be better about like just bread and desserts. Like the last couple
Mm-hmm.
months, I've been trying to do no sandwiches for lunch, only salads, and then like
Yikes, though.
I know I get so
Salads
hungry. I get so
are
hungry. I'm
so
hungry an hour
bad.
later, and then I'll try to not eat. You know, I mean I used to have like just pints of ice cream, like 3 a week. It's just crazy.
just crush
2,
it.
no, not 3, but like dessert maybe 3,
Do you
4
think-
times a week. Maybe 1 pint of ice cream a week.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Do you think you have a bigger problem with salty or sweet?
Chocolate's like
Yeah,
forget
me too.
about it.
Forget.
If I have,
Forget about it.
If it's in my apartment, it's
It's gone. It's gone. There's no such thing as like having
rationing.
chocolate in the apartment.
When I go to some people's homes who have like a saucer of candy with like 8 pieces, I'm like, what is this doing here? Did you put this out right before I came over? And they're
You
like, no,
must
it's
have-
been there for like a couple months.
You must have just bought this.
Right.
And
They're like,
just
no,
put
it's
it-
been here for a couple months. I'm like, who could?
No, that's-
Who?
I've had roommates who are like that.
They just leave candy sitting
And
there.
I'll just end up eating it. Like
I can't wrap my head around. It's there though.
So
You know what I mean?
So why are you not actively eating it right now?
Yeah.
If it's there.
It's there.
You're not gonna finish it? Like, what do you mean?
It's like drives me. I mean, it just drives me crazy. But
I
it's
just
just
don't
like,
get it. I just can't relate. I genuinely am not saying this to be like I'm so fucking.
yeah.
You know how people make fun of like what is her name? Like celebrities will be like, I just like love a burger.
Yeah, I love pizza. They're trying to be
just,
too
like,
cool.
Love pizza. Like trying to be relatable. I'm actually being so dead ass. Like food is one of the things that genuinely it makes me so happy.
I know.
I just love it.
It's crazy.
And
like
some
a
people
fucking good
don't.
burger. Like, I mean, you don't eat meat, but like a
But
good
I did
cheese. Yeah.
back in the day.
Or like not even that. Like
Good burger.
I had like ramen the other day.
I
Like
had
this
ramen
ramen place.
the other day.
Like this ramen place directly next to my apartment is so good.
Yeah, it's
And
fucked
like
up.
I was sitting doing the same. I was like, just in my head, I was like, it's crazy how good this is.
It's yeah. Have you ever eaten something and been like, no, there's nothing needs to taste this good? Like we as a species and society have taken it too far.
Yeah.
No, there's no way that like, have you ever had a brownie sundae? That didn't exist back when fucking cavemen were just trying to survive. We don't
Dude.
need anything to taste that good. It's like we've modified things. Like it's like we've
Too good.
no, it's not necessary.
It's not even real like food.
It's not necessary to taste that good.
It's like, yeah, I get to that point. I literally in my head, every time I eat anything, I'm like, why can't
can't
every moment
believe-
of life be this good?
Yeah, I can't believe how good.
That was just a little food porn. That was just for us.
Yeah, that was so real for me though, that conversation. Like I just left my body.
Yeah, I'm torqued.
I have a few other before we move on.
Yeah, what else before this week? I mean, we're rolling. Yeah, just keep going with the updates. What else?
Yeah,
you got?
okay. We talked about this in part 1 of our podcast
Okay.
about we don't use Facebook, right? We talked about this a while ago. Like there are so many things I would do before using Facebook. Like
Right.
I'll check all the apps. I'll check Instagram, I'll check Twitter, I'll check TikTok, I'll
yeah.
check Groupon, I'll fucking read a book, I'll write a book. Like I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
checking Facebook, like I'll do anything.
Yeah.
There are people still using Facebook.
I did the other day. Yeah, go ahead.
Groupon
Sorry.
is a good one. No, you go ahead.
I was just saying, like the other day, I sent my pictures like a screenshot of something, and it was on Facebook. My buddies were like, "What are you doing on Facebook?" Because I have a comedy page on there. That, like
Yeah.
there was a stretch for a few months where I was posting on, but like
You never
as
know.
we know, we're just so
Yeah, you
sick of
never know.
posting shit.
Yeah.
But I went on there to check it out, and then I was just like scrolling through. I literally, my friends were like, "What are you doing on Facebook?" And I was like, "I just wanted to see what like furious 58-year-olds were up to."
Yeah, you
and
got
there
caught using Facebook.
yeah, caught.
You were like, ooh,
I was
what?
like, oh, that was an old picture.
That's from the archives. Yeah, what are like angry sort of like 65-year-olds up to?
Or like the people from your town that never went to college.
Yeah.
Those are the other people.
Yes. Oh my God. You can find out like how many kids they have,
It's a lot of kids and they're single.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's not good. But there's this new update. I didn't even know I had. Maybe it's not an update. Maybe it's just I've turned 30 and I don't know what's going on, but my life's gone to shit. But there's for some reason recently, I didn't even know I had the Facebook app on my phone, but I've been getting notifications when someone who has nothing to do with me does something that has nothing to do with me. It'll be like,
It's so absurd.
it'll be like, X person you've met once in 2007 commented on their photo. And I'm like,
yeah.
okay.
It's so insane. Like they're not even trying to like make it like a facade of like you might be related to the instant.
They don't even
like,
try to make it seem like you might be involved.
It's literally like, hey, this person you made out with at an OAR concert in 2008 got a new dirt bike.
Right. And like, I'm trying to find, I took a screenshot of it today because I wanted to bring it up. It was just, it'll just be like, so-and-so was tagged in a post. And I'm like, about me? No.
Yeah.
Why do I give a fuck? What?
Yeah.
Like, it just, no other app is telling you just what other
It's
people are
insa-
doing.
Yeah. It would be like literally someone like before technology, someone coming to your
Yes.
door.
Yeah.
Being like, knock, knock, knock. Hey, just wanted to let you know Jebediah got a new goat.
Without you like
He
looking.
lives like a couple towns over.
Yeah, it's the knocking on the door part though, because it's not
Yeah.
like I open Facebook and it's like, oh, this person was tagged in a photo.
Right.
They're coming to my phone and saying
They're
this
coming to your
person
door.
commented on their own post, and it's like, okay,
Like you're not
The
opening
fuck are you-
doors.
Yeah,
They're
what-
opening your door.
you're like, I didn't ask for you. I'm just like sitting here and you're telling me, like, it's just so ridiculous.
Every app now has like push notifications. Now I got one today, which I've never seen before. Snapchat now gives you push notifications for other people's stories, which isn't as ridiculous, but
Yep.
there's always just trying to get you to focus your attention to the phone. Or it's like email, like Zappos
Yeah.
will like reach out and be like, want some I'm like,
too much. It's too much. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm too lazy to unsubscribe from the emails. So
I know.
It's just
That's the thing I wanted to bring up actually in a previous episode. Like those, it's so funny because like I get mad every day that I get those emails, but like it's so, if I go down and if I click unsubscribe and it takes me to another page, I just get those emails now. Forever.
will-
Like I just get them.
Yeah.
I won't press that extra button where I'm just like, I can't do it.
Oh, you mean like you'll just
Like you
give up.
unsubscribe
I
and you
will
have to
give up.
click something else.
All you have to do is click one more button, but
Sometimes,
I'm like,
yeah.
no.
Sometimes it's easy. They'll just be like, yes, but if you have to like do some more stuff, I'm
Or
like,
you have to enter a reason why. It's
Yeah.
like, don't leave me alone.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
like-
need a reason for why I don't want emails from Zappos every single day for the rest of my life. Like, I bought a pair of shoes in 2006. Like, move on. It was
yeah,
one time.
it was crazy.
It
There's
was one
there
time.
was a hilarious meme at one point of a guy who just took a picture of like a bag of pears at the supermarket, and it said like, follow us on Insta, and the caption was just like, I'm not following my pears.
No, I'm literally.
Like it's literally everything is trying to get your
Everything.
attention. It's like
It's insane.
your pears.
Everyone doesn't need. It's
Yeah.
again. It's like everyone doesn't need a platform. Okay, my pears from the grocery store. I don't need to know what they're doing.
Yeah, I don't
them
need to know
tweeting.
my pears thoughts on Israel and
No.
Palestine.
No, I don't. I really don't need to know what's going on. Like, it's just ridiculous. And my last thing I wanted to bring up, but that was funny to me because I remember that conversation we had about like, here are all the things I would do before opening Facebook.
It was really funny.
Read a book. Write a book.
I'd probably like plant a garden. I don't know.
I
Like,
would write a fucking religion. I'd make up a religion. Like, I would do so many things before that. But anyways, this is related to companies on social media. I just saw that, this is really gross, but some girl was eating up Red Lobster, which isn't the gross part. That is gross, but the worst part is coming. She's eating at Red Lobster and there were bugs in her food. And Red Lobster, she took a video of it and tagged Red Lobster and she was like, this is so disgusting. There's bugs in my food. And like, it was actually really disgusting. I was like, this is so gross. And then I'm scrolling in the comments and I look and Red Lobster themselves commented saying, at whoever, we're so sorry to see this. SEA, this. It is not time for a pun right now. Are you kidding me?
read the room.
Read the room. They came in
That's-
hot with a fucking pun.
That is so funny.
I was like, we're so sorry to see. And like,
That's amazing.
I think people responded being like, dude, like, fucking read the room. Like, I think I took a screenshot
That's
of it.
amazing.
And I'll have to put it, when we edit this, I'll have to put it up. But like, it was so good.
Oh my god.
Oh my God. Companies are so stupid.
That
Who
is-
did
That's
that?
gold, honestly.
Okay, ready? We're troubled. Okay, we're troubled to see this, SEA, and our team would like to learn more. Could you please DM us? Someone had commented. Someone commented, "Stop with that C pun shit. Ain't nobody got time for that. Get those bugs out of the food, or get those bugs out of this food, or see this lawsuit." SEA. Are you kidding me?
At the time.
Oh my God, that is
Oh.
just unbelievable.
Wow, that's gold.
That is classic. Like there is
really-
a time and a place.
That is really, really funny.
They had the chance to do the funniest thing possible, and they did
did.
it. Yeah, it's funny. Like, what is this podcast about? Literally nothing and everything.
I know. It's
perfect. Jinx.
Have you ever seen pigeons' nests?
No, I imagine they're
Wait.
a fucking disaster, though.
One thing you spend way too much time thinking about.
I think all the time about how we domesticated pigeons and then we decided we don't want to use them anymore for like messages. So they're completely reliant on humans. Have you ever seen like a nest of a pigeon?
No, and I didn't know we domesticated them.
I didn't either.
Yeah, they're like nests.
No.
It's just on the ground, so
Because they don't know how to build a nest because we messed them up.
yeah.
That's the one thing.
It'd be like
Bro.
us telling like our dogs to like build a nest.
Yeah.
They'd be like, no.
Bro,
That is Did you
you
Google
gotta
it?
search pigeons' nests. It's the funniest thing.
No way.
They're just on the ground.
And it's dead ass sitting there being like,
Yeah, like I nailed
Like,
this nest.
I nailed it. Yeah. They're like,
Oh my god,
they're like,
dude.
fucking nailed it. That's hilarious.
Amazing.
You know what?
I didn't know their nests were so.
Well, another thing about pigeons, I saw, because what is the history of the pigeon? Like, truly, what? They were domesticated?
But they had to, before that, they had to have been regular birds.
Yeah, but then they probably
But then
lost
they got
that
domesticated
skill.
and they lost it for like thousands
Like,
of years.
we don't know how to weld things because we don't need to anymore.
Right, it would literally be like if an alien was like put on Earth and someone was just like cook a creme brulee,
Right.
and he
they'd
was
be
like, where,
Where's like, what do you mean?
and then they thought they nailed it,
the way the pigeon just sits there, like,
cocky
looking
almost,
straight
yeah.
ahead, like, yeah, what's up? Like, welcome to my fucking nest. It's just like an egg on the cold floor with like one cigarette like next
8
to it.
sticks.
8 sticks.
It's like a
God, that's
Snickers
good.
wrapper and a
You know,
cigarette. Yeah.
when I saw Always Sunny live,
Mm-hmm.
Charlie, he was like talking. He did like a little bit of his stand up, and so this isn't my joke. This is him, but like, and he brought this up. Like, have you ever seen a baby pigeon? Where are the baby pigeons?
No.
You always see
I
like,
guess baby birds in general. Yeah.
I guess
Well, baby pigeons, yeah, because the regular pigeons are always around.
he was
the
just kind of
city.
like, where are all the baby pigeons? And I was like, that's
Right.
a great.
I guess that is a good question.
That's a good question. Do you have any notes in your phone? Again, notes in my phone is just like a segment where we do, as comedians, I feel like we come up with a lot of our material on the run. People are always like, how do you come up with your material? And I'm like, I just live my life, and it's
That's like
embarrassing
usually-
enough.
Oh, that's
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
It's embarrassing enough that
Yeah.
content just happens. So I write things in my phone, and that's what
Yeah.
the segment is.
Aside from, like, can you tell me a joke or can I tell you a joke? That's probably the biggest question I get as a comedian. It's like, how do you come up with your material?
Yeah.
And then I just have to, like a
Literally go
psychopath,
through
go like this
my notes
and
in
be
my
like,
phone.
I just write stuff down on my phone. It's like, look, there's all my
yeah,
stuff.
like jail time.
Psychotic notes.
If someone went through my like
Yeah.
jail time. But yeah, do you have anything?
I have one thing.
Topic.
So I was just saying, like obviously, like post all your wedding photos when you get married. It's a beautiful
Like,
day.
maybe.
It's a beautiful
Just
day.
kidding.
I like seeing them beautiful. But if you've already posted your wedding photos once, your wedding's already happened. Your time is over. So much you see like the 1 month after. It's like 1 month with
Dude.
1 month forever to go, 2 months,
months
forever to go, 3
go,
months. It's
3
like
months
your time's
3
over.
months in one day. It's like you don't need to make like a land. It's not.
Well, it's just what happens is people get. I think I might have talked about this recently.
We did talk about
Yeah, we
this
did talk
on the
about
pod,
this.
but
Yeah, but people get. So that might have been an old note then.
No,
why
it's
I was
fine.
there.
It's relatable. People will be like,
Yeah.
we did talk about this, or it's like, oh, my grandma died.
Yeah,
like,
right,
here's
right.
a picture of me and
Yes,
my
we did
grandma
talk about
at
Right.
my
I don't
wedding.
know why that was in this Epi 3 then. But yeah,
Okay.
do you have any more?
I have two. First of all, I feel like I live in like constant fear of Spotify Wrapped dropping.
Mm-hmm.
Just it has me like wanting to burn CDs and listen to my like guilty pleasure songs. Do you know what I mean?
So you don't want your guilty pleasure songs to pop up, obviously. So
No.
what are they? Well, I guess
So
now.
okay, so this is what got me thinking about it. Like, well, it's just kind of like, can I do anything in private anymore?
Right.
Can I do anything?
It's very fair.
Can I do this one thing without it being tracked? And like, how many minutes have I listened to this one embarrassing song? Like, can I just like do like?
Right. Everything's so
You know what I'm saying?
granular.
It's like, y'all mind if I have a good day? Like,
Yeah.
do you mind? Do you mind if I listen to this song and you don't have to like put it in like a pie chart later this year and like tell everyone
That is funny.
I was listening to this?
It's funny. It's
Like,
funny.
it just got me thinking because I went back to college a few
Right.
weeks ago and I was like visiting my acapella group. They do this one song that is so good, but I'm not someone who like listens to college acapella. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, I've been playing this one song over and over and I'm like, you know what? I know this is going to be like
Yeah.
number one song. Like, oh, like the group's going to get an alert that's like, hey, this one creep in New York listened to your song 45 times in one day. Like,
Yeah.
I feel the dread of like my every move being tracked
right.
by these apps, and it's just like,
Right.
do you mind?
Right. You really
kind
can't
of?
do anything. But also, whenever people like they're gonna get your information, I'm like,
Oh, that I don't care about.
oh, okay, gotcha.
I'm more like leave me alone. Like
Yeah. Like, stop showing me everything I like and listen to, and
yeah, and then like inevitably I like have to share it because everyone shares it and I want to share it because it's fun. I want to
It
be
is
part of
fun,
it.
yeah.
And I think it's annoying when people like make fun of people for sharing their Spotify Wrapped because like leave
right.
me alone.
I had a
It's
joke
fun.
about that. I haven't done that actually in ages, but I had a joke last year I did about that. It was like, It's like people will be like, no one wants to see your Spotify Wrapped too, but it's like, okay, so those people think what they're posting is interesting.
Yeah, like who cares? Let people post their Spotify Wrapped. It's
Yeah.
fun and shut up.
Yeah, it's like you're making fun of people, and then you'll post like a picture of your sandwich. Like I care about
like,
that.
I care about that.
Yeah.
No one cares about anything, so just post whatever is my theory.
It is fun. That was a brilliant marketing idea by Spotify.
Oh my god, it's so smart.
Brilliant.
I feel like I heard that some like intern came up with it, but I might be making that up. You know how like you just hear something in like a whisper in the wind, and then it's like fully fact
Yeah,
for you, and you're like, that's true.
like most things. Yeah.
Most things we've talked about that too. But yeah, I'm just kind of like it. It's making me want to like burn a CD. It's like I want to burn a CD
That
and
could
like
be
listen to
sick.
music in private.
It's funny because like you have that, and then you're like a comedian. So really, like nothing you think or do is private.
No, there's
You're
no
either
privacy.
telling everything about your life on
It's-
podcasts or on stage, or showing what
Which
you
we
listen
chose.
to. Yeah, I know.
We chose, but you know, my last thing is did we talk? This is another thing we might have talked about on the podcast. Did we talk about like I made this term up, but like the Nickelback effect
I don't know.
of like when society just like decides something is bad,
Yeah.
and you just
I don't think we've
don't
talked
go
about this.
along with it anyways because you're like, oh yeah, like you're like Nickelback sucks, and it's like, wait, why do I think that? I forget.
I completely agree with you, and I actually had a big segment that I was maybe going to do today. It's kind of about that because Matthew Perry died,
Oh my god, yeah.
and Friends is like in that same exact thing.
Yes.
And Friends is
Great segue.
amazing. Like it's such a good show, and I get so mad every time I see like anything posted about Friends on social media. Everyone in the comments like Friends sucks, Friends sucks, Seinfeld's better, and it's such a good show. And he was so good. The whole cast so good. It's like the most comforting. Like you just bottom line is
Total Nickelback effect situation.
that's just as big. Those are like the two main ones I would say.
Yeah.
And like you don't become the third most watched series finale in the history of the world if you're not good. That's just the bottom line.
That's just not true.
And
Yeah.
it just pissed me off. And the new one's like Taylor Swift now too. People are always shitting on Taylor Swift. It's like you're wrong about Nickelback, Friends, and Taylor Swift.
You're just wrong. Like it's such a bandwagon mindset of like.
Right? You've never had original thought.
But
in
I
your
will
life.
say that I am someone who just totally falls. I'm like walking around being like, Nickelback sucks. Like I don't
Yeah.
fucking know what I'm talking about. I'm such a bandwagon. Like I'll just be like, yeah, Friends sucks because I heard like more than one person say it.
Yeah, exactly.
If more
It's
than
so
5
annoying.
people say something, I'm like, yeah, that's true. Like, I feel like social media has like we can't like form opinions on our own anymore.
Right. And it's like I hate that so much because I love that show so much. It's honestly
Yeah.
one of my favorite shows of all time. And I know it shouldn't
didn't know that about you,
Yeah, I love
actually.
it. I've been watching it since like probably like 8th grade, like religiously.
That makes me like respect the show more that you like
Oh,
it.
thank
Actually,
you.
yeah,
It's really good. Like for like most comedies, like the early seasons like takes maybe a little to get into it, but like seasons like 3, 4 through 10 are unbelievable.
yeah, but it's like not even something in my mind that you would have to explain. It is
No, I know. It's great.
clearly like one of the best shows ever because of
It's
the
great.
fan
But yeah,
base.
I think you are like the worst type of person if you comment and you don't know anything. You're just like, Friends sucks, Friends. I literally unfollowed some like comedian I met in
it's
Boston.
so weird because
he
of that.
reposted Matthew Perry's like RIP post and just wrote above it like the show Friends sucks.
No.
Ruthless, first of all. Second of all, I love Friends, so I was like, I literally unfollowed him.
Dude, I
For that
love
reason.
that. I love just like a fucking unfollow. Like,
Yeah, and
you
it's
took it too far with that one.
and people. This is why so many people are dumb because like it's not cool to not like Friends or Nickelback anymore.
Right.
Like it's such a popular thing. Not like you're not.
Oh my
it's not
God.
cool to still not like them.
That's
like,
what I mean by the Nickelback.
And people are still commenting like Nickelback sucks, Friends sucks. It's
Who
crazy.
said? It's like one person said that, and we all just were like, oh yeah.
Well, then it gets in memes too, and then
And
those
they-
circulate.
Well, it's just like, okay, and then I was thinking there's random things like, what really got me thinking of is I saw a meme about like the Smith, the restaurant in New York, has
Yeah, that's another
totally
one.
become Nickelback affected.
It's like
Okay,
it's
you're
good.
like a loser if you go to the Smith. Sorry, they have good mac and cheese, and it's
Yes.
actually great environment,
Good burger.
good burger. I'm gonna be the one to say it. I actually like the Smith, so
It's good.
It's a
People
good
say about
restaurant.
like Carbone now. People just love hating on the like new popular thing. They're like
People
Carbone.
love-
It's like you're a loser.
and then you jump on the band, and like I find myself jumping on the bandwagon. And in my mind, I'm like, the Smith's so embarrassing. Like you can't go to the Smith. But then I was like, wait, why am I thinking that? I actually like the Smith. They have good mac and cheese,
Yeah.
good burger. Honestly, good vibes.
I like it too. I like it too. I used
I
to
like
live right
it.
next to it.
I like the Smith.
It's just anyone who like the bandwagon stuff really pisses me off. Someone on TikTok once, this guy's such a douchebag. I've seen some of his videos, but he was like walking by like Hair of the Dog or something. And you see a bunch of these videos on
Hair of
TikTok.
the Dog is another good one.
But people have these videos where they're like, imagine waiting in line at like this place, and it's like all the places are like, Jack's wife Frida.
Yeah.
That's like, there was a viral video about that, and then people just like, and then there's another one, like Hair of the Dog, and this kid was like, could you imagine like waiting in line at Hair of the Dog? I'm like, dude, they're all like 23. Like,
It's like
you're like 30.
hipster
Leave them alone.
Culture almost. It's like anything that's popular or cool or like mainstream. Anything that's mainstream is like, can you imagine being a big enough loser?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, we're both saying like we're kind of what we're getting at is like things are mainstream for a reason.
Right? That's another
Things
good
are
point.
mainstream for a reason. So just let it be. And I just feel like it happened to me with this Smith thing where I was like, oh shit, I do sort of just kind of jump on a bandwagon for no reason. So I want to like stop doing that.
It's so funny. I literally had like 3 paragraphs written out about
Friends.
Nickelback, Friends, and Taylor Swift.
Today?
Look, I've like for like at
What?
some point like these 3 things, because I've had that written down for so long, and I was like, I got to bring this up on the podcast at some point.
Yeah.
And then literally because the Taylor Swift comments have been bothering me recently.
Yep.
Every Taylor Swift post will be like, she sucks. It's like,
Really?
yeah, I see it everywhere now.
I don't see that a lot. I see just sheer
Well, I see though certain posts that are like her
mania.
fans too.
Yeah.
But then anything that's like not her fan, it's just like,
You know, I was going to bring that up too at some point. Do you think at some point, like, it's gone too far with Taylor Swift? Like, she's good, obviously.
Yeah.
But do you think it's a little bit much?
I think like,
America, the world's obsession with Taylor, is it a little much?
I don't know. I think like embrace greatness. That's my take. And like the videos of like people dance, like have you seen one of the videos of like people dancing in the movie theaters?
No, actually, but I can imagine.
But it's like
The
everyone in
Eras
the
tour.
comments is like, "This is my hell. What a night!" Blah. I'm
It's
like,
like people are having
fun.
fun.
Stop being a loser.
Yeah.
Like you're mad about something else.
Yeah, I think the
your
culture. I think it's like it's
No, it is insane. But like
the
people
culture
love what they,
around it is nice, and it's like there's this like feeling of connectedness, and everyone at the shows is like giving away friendship bracelets, and like I think that's really nice, and I like that. But I think it's like when it gets to the point where it's like Taylor Swift was at this restaurant and she blinked 6 times, it's like a little bit much.
Well, yeah, people are crazy, and they
It's just I think it's more like
direct,
celebrity.
Yeah.
The concept of celebrity is creepy, and Taylor Swift is the number one.
Right.
Like we're seeing it happen in
Yeah.
a way that we have never seen it before
Since, like,
because
Michael
social
Jackson,
media,
probably.
but also like Michael
Right.
Jackson wasn't around for Instagram
right,
and
right.
TikTok. So we're seeing this like in an insane way
Yeah, that's true.
that this person is being regarded as like
A god,
a
goddess. Yeah,
it's
But
just
yeah,
like a
it's-
little crazy to see.
it's definitely crazy. But it's like people just direct. It's like anything. People just direct. Everyone's crazy, and people direct their obsession and their passion towards something.
Mm-hmm.
And like she's all these people's things, just like other people have sports teams or their religion or
Right,
whatever.
right,
This is
right.
like their thing.
Which I'd rather you'd be obsessed with Taylor Swift than like Jesus.
Yeah, don't get me
No
started on
offense.
J-Man.
I've also started getting some like Jesus TikTok
Really?
content. Yeah, because like I said a
Oh,
couple
yeah.
episodes ago, I'll get invested in whatever. So I get videos of like 3 reasons like a woman, like here are 3 modest outfits I wear to the gym to like respect Jesus, and I'm like, this is hilarious. So I watch it. The algorithm is like, she wants more modest
Right.
gym outfits for Jesus. And then they start giving me more and more.
Right.
Next thing I know, I'm like fully in Christian talk.
Right. It's like there should be a button like just watching, not
Ironically,
interested.
watching ironically.
Watching ironically. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Just like
Not interested in getting more,
yeah.
just checking it out.
Yeah. Yeah, dipping my toes in.
Again, it's another thing with like the Spotify Wrapped. Can I do anything in private? Can I watch some of these religious
Right.
TikToks without the system being like,
Knowing,
more
pushing
of
more.
that?
Yeah.
Like, she wants more.
It is crazy when you explain it like that. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because bothers me more than anything in the world.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Taylor Swift, Friends, Nickelback, you're all doing great. But yeah, Friends is great.
Yeah, if you're listening, Taylor Swift, if Taylor Swift is listening, like, We think you're doing really
which
good.
we know she is.
She usually does, yeah, every other episode.
But yeah, but no, Friends is great. It's like it's not. I would say it's very funny. It's not like the funniest show, but it's why people love it is like it's the easiest, most comforting. It's like very
Comfort
funny.
show.
It's the best comfort show ever.
Well,
It's the
you went
easiest
to
show
the,
to watch.
the house.
Yeah, well, I didn't even mean. I was like, I live right next to
Yeah.
it, so I was like on a walk, and I was like, I wonder if people are like gathered
explain?
around. Yeah, so they're where the Friends, not where it was filmed, but where the shot of the outdoor of the
Establishing
Friends house,
shot,
yeah,
Friends
is in
apartment.
West Village. And I was walking around just to get lunch the other day. I went for a walk, decided to walk by it, and there was like a massive crowd, probably like 100 people outside, bunch of like flowers
So
and
cool.
signs and all that. Yeah, it is very like. It is a little silly to like regard someone you never know so highly or be affected by a death. But this, like in general, I used to always kind of make fun of that, like. People, when people post like, "Oh, you didn't even," I'd be like, "Oh, you didn't even know that person."
Yeah.
But like this one felt very different because like these, like that show like raised
Affected
me,
you, yeah.
and like what the sign said, which I really found like
Loved that.
that summed up how Friends affects people so perfectly. Like that, like they feel like they're your friends. That's what
That
the
was
show
a really
makes you feel.
Beautiful sign because
Yeah.
people were putting out it was like a memorial situation outside
Yeah.
the Friends thing, and somebody was like, Friends gave me like like it helped me
Through anxiety
before I
yeah.
even knew what anxiety was.
Yeah, and it was like you made me feel like a part of your friends. Like you felt like a
Yeah.
friend.
Oh,
You
which
helped
is
a lot of
just-
strangers, and so I think that's pretty like. I now think it's like very cool and insane for people like someone to have that effect on that many
It's
people.
crazy.
Like
It's
70
insane.
million people watched the series finale of that show. That's crazy.
That's wild.
But anyways, yeah. So that was actually very sad. I was very
I
sad about
haven't
that.
had, knock on wood, I know it will happen eventually, but I haven't had that celebrity death yet that like truly affected me. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I've been shocked before and I've been like
Yeah.
saddened by things, but I have yet to have like someone who really, really
Yeah.
influenced or affected me die.
Yeah, not to mention the like comedically influence. Like he honestly is one of the best
That
characters.
too.
His acting is like his timing, his delivery, his cadence. Like he was phenomenal, and it like
Yeah.
definitely influenced me comedically.
Wow.
So yeah, that was very sad. Avicii's the other one that murdered me.
See, that one I didn't really.
That one
I was like, I cared. But it's-
Absolutely destroyed me because
Damn,
I'm
so
a
you've had a
massive
couple,
fan. Just
yeah.
those two though, and then some family members.
Well, yeah, obviously. I'm saying
No.
famous.
No, I
people.
know, but yeah, those two both killed
Yeah, and
me.
then
So
my
yeah, that was
grandma,
tough,
but,
but yeah, that's pretty cool that to have an effect on that,
That
many
is
people.
cool.
Pretty insane,
I think that's kind of the point. I think he did a great.
right?
He kind of did it.
He nailed it.
He nailed it.
But yeah, so yeah, that's basically it on
The Friends.
the Friends and Nickelback Taylor Swift. Glad we covered that though. So just respect greatness
yeah,
and
recognize it.
let people like what
respect
they
it.
want. Don't try to be different and cool and stand out and ironically conform to what everyone else is saying.
Yeah, being like a hipster, like hipster culture. I know hipster isn't a word anymore that we use, but like the culture of like being too cool for something is annoying
Yeah,
to me.
it's the worst. They're the worst kind of people.
You're just annoying. Like just like something that is good. That was all I had for this week. I just wanted to,
That was a good vent.
We'll see you next week. SEA.
Yeah.
SEA.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
We'll see you
All right,
next week.
see you next week, gang.
Bitches. Bye.
Peace.